vetoes are done, and this is going to be a best of three matchup. I remember the qualifying match is going to be a best of 5, and they're almost there. They're almost there, and it's going to be all about that PvP matchup. I mean, best of luck to Mixu, the only non-Protoss in the upper bracket, the only non-Protoss. So best of luck to Mixu as we are getting into our next matchup. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Leylines, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Offside Esports. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Polish Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is MaNa. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Also, my apologies. I was saying like I expected 3-1 or a 3-2. I was getting ahead of myself. This is a best of 3. So if you recall, in the previous matches that we saw, those are best of 5s that Krystianer was winning. But they did go the distance, and in a smaller series, in a shorter series, like it's even more up in the air here. So in a best of 3, it's first to 2, and again, this can go either way. I can see MaNa taking this, I can see Krystianer taking this, so I don't envy those in the chat that have to predict. do not envy you. Best of luck. Best of luck with your Gamba, best of luck with your predictions. Best of luck. As we are getting into our game, and so far 2-gate opener. 2-gate opener out of MaNa, likewise 2-gate opener out of Krystianer as well. We have our 2-gate openers. And we're looking for our second pylons as well. There it is, second pylon for Krystianer, and second pylon for MaNa. No one is proxying, no one is cheesing. Not yet. Not in game 1. We're settling in, we're calming down. From here, we're waiting for our first units of choice. We're waiting to see, do we open up double Adept, double Stalker, or Stalker Sentry, or Sentry Expand? We have the answer to that question here. Sentry expands all around. Okay, great minds think alike. We have some, oh, never mind. Sentry Expand out of Krystianer. Meanwhile, cancels, opens up double Stalker instead from the side of MaNa. I wonder if he noticed the lack of research. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he sees. Yeah, he does confirm. So a couple things just occurred here. Basically, MaNa, he was opening up greedy, if you remember, but he responded to seeing only one gateway researching. Again, when a building is in production like this, you can see no effects on the second gateway, at least not until a unit actually starts. So MaNa, he knows how greedy his opponent is being. He's aware of how greedy Krystianer is being. Gonna try to punish. Knocks down the pylon. Will soon move out. Krystianer, of course, he already has a Nexus on location. Again, that's why he skipped his second unit to afford a faster base. So Krystianer has a greedier build, MaNa more aggressive. Here we go. Is moving out. We'll see what MaNa can get done. The pressure is on the red Protoss. Krystianer does sneak out with the probe. Our eyes are on that worker. Stalkers are waddling in. Krystianer trying to look him in with those force fields. Up, coming from behind, and he gets one. He does get one of the Stalkers. Nice catch. Whew. Did cost him 2 force fields. At the same time, it does set up that probe, and we're waiting for the pylon. So Krystianer, he holds back at home. Twilight Council open out of Krystianer, faster blink from MaNa. Now the reason why blink is so fast for MaNa is because, remember, MaNa has a late base. Krystianer, he's already mining. He's already saturating. Krystianer has a better economy. MaNa has the faster tech. As flu stations are moving out. Krystianer, he has to confirm whether or not MaNa's going for an all-in. MaNa, he has blink, he has a 3-gate setup, that's a lot of gateways. And we'll see if MaNa throws down a 4th gateway as well. As remember, Krystianer is only on 2, so 2 gates into a Robo. With that Robo, he can make defensive immortals. Hallucination confirms the gateway count. And you can see MaNa is looking for any proxy pylon. And I believe he caught the probe. Oh, not quite. Not quite. But here comes the move out. As MaNa moves out, MaNa setting up for a 3rd. This is a really good way to recover. Again, MaNa, he is behind economically. Because of how late his natural is, how do you make up for it? Well, with map control and with a faster 3rd. coming into the mid game. Speaking of the Krystianer first to expand, first take a third base. MaNa is moving out. MaNa does have the higher Stalker count. He's got a larger army. And Krystianer, he has no shield batteries. Nice force fields, though. Nice force fields. Does slow down the army of MaNa. Ooh, once again, does lock him down. Blink is still gonna get done. Krystianer, he's taking the better fights. Will lose both of his sentries. His sentries are going down. Krystianer does hold, but again, he's holding without shield batteries. It's a bit of a tougher hold here, but there we go. Shield batteries on the way. And again, both players are expanding. MaNa going to be the first to get into Forge. Meanwhile, Blink finally finishes for Krystianer. He can now go for his own Blink. Now he can micro against his opponent. He can micro. So can MaNa. MaNa quick to take up. Charge also on the way. Getting into a gateway heavy composition. Pushing him between the bases. He can, he can two shots. Not quite enough. Doesn't catch a Stalker. MaNa looking for another way in. And we're calming down. Okay, we're calming things down. We just see MaNa, he backs off. Both players, they establish their third bases. We do have a comparable economy. MaNa is slightly ahead in workers. And when it comes to our tech, MaNa also has that lead, which is more important here. The fact that we have faster charge and faster +1. So there's going to be an earlier upgrade timing here for MaNa. I say earlier timing. Krystianer, he's not getting a single forge. There's just, oh wait, my apologies. Later forge, later +1. So yeah, there is a timing here, a window in time where MaNa does have that upgrade advantage. Meanwhile, the armies, they pass by each other. Uh-oh. Yeah, Krystianer out of position. He turns around, does race back home. He does race back. Lose the shield battery. That could have been so much worse. At the same time, Tordeps, they bust into the middle line. Tordeps, they can one-shot probes. They get 1, 2, 3, 4 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, this is getting brutal. This is getting out of hand. 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, God. 8 probes go down. Brutal damage. As MaNa's claiming a 4th. The observer, fails to recall back home. Nice catch out of MaNa. But again, Krystianer, he does cripple the economy. Does maintain his own. But MaNa, he has +1. And he's pushing. He's moving out, so the prism is on the way. That's going to be to reinforce. To send it across the map. I say that for the time being, he's keeping his zealots back at home. Okay, only pushing out with his stalkers. He's spotted by the observer. Going for the other shield battery. Doesn't quite get it. Not quite. MaNa pulls away. Krystianer, he does have that. Well, he's caught up with the upgrades. Does miss the prism just barely. But what does Krystianer have? He has a slightly higher zealot count. He has a higher stalker count as well. Remember, the upgrades are even. The Archons aren't ready yet. And that's a lot of zealots. Yeah, Krystianer just going for the kill. Snipes one Archon. There's one Archon left. The Archon count is just not there, and zealots are overwhelming. They're just overwhelming the army. Does target fire. Does focus on the other Archon. And Krystianer, he breaks through. Yeah, claims the 4th, pushing in towards the 3rd. At the same time, Zealot at the natural. Probes are going down, but Krystianer's going for the kill. He's going for the kill. He's going for the throat. Again, MaNa, he just wasn't ready here for the push. Wasn't expecting Krystianer to commit so hard. And he's done it. He has done it. He has broken both expansions. GG gets called, and Krystianer, he will take game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Again, Krystianer, he was able to maintain an economic lead. Again, the Adept harass was brutal, faster natural, faster third base. So Krystianer, he was always slightly ahead economically. We did mention the upgrade advantage that MaNa had, but he didn't really make use of it. Sure, there was a window where he had +1 and his opponent didn't. There was a window where he had charge and his opponent didn't. but he wasn't really able to make use of those windows or of those timings, of those upgrades. We saw that he was being active and posturing on the map, but he didn't really commit to anything, and in that we saw that Krystianer was able to just catch up and swing things in his favor and pop off with just the mass Zealot Warpins. GG. GG, well played, and with that we're now getting into game number 2. And we'll see if Krystianer can close out, we'll see if MaNa can recover. But again, a very tense game 1. And personally, I'm hoping for the ace match. Personally, I'm hoping for a game 3. I want to see a back and forth between these two players. Let's go. Let us go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the Polish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Offside Esports, leading the series 1-0. It is Krystianer. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Polish Protoss player representing Team Liquid down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can force the ace match. It is MaNa. Here we go. So now we are settling in. We're calming down. Some players are setting up. And again, we did have some minute differences between our two players coming into the mid game. Again, Krystianer, he was able to maintain that slight edge over his opponent, outside of the upgrades, of course, as we were mentioning. It was also unfortunate that MaNa, he was just a little bit too late to set up his Archons. When you're up against a mass gateway composition, a swarm till style, if you will, that Krystianer was going for, Archons, they play a crucial role in the defense just because they do so well tanking and getting splash damage on the Zealots, as it was just a sea of Zealots coming MaNa's way. But he only had one Archon. Remember, he had a second Archon being morphed in, but it was focused down before it could finish. So again, he just barely wasn't ready in time with those Archons. Barely not. Likewise, no shield battery defensive setup either at the 4th. Again, he just wasn't aware just how committed Krystianer was going to be. But now though, 2-gate opener from both players. So far, mirrored builds. You can see the second pylon in the main base for Krystianer, and likewise, second pylon in the main base for MaNa as well. With the placement of these second pylons, that means both players confirm there's no proxy, there's no shenanigans. The next big thing they're looking for here is the second pylon, and the first units of choice is going to be Stalker Sentry out of MaNa. Meanwhile, Sentry Stalker out of Krystianer. I don't know if you noticed, this second Stalker, the Stalker is late. It was delayed a little bit, but nah, he's going to commit. I was curious if it was going to cancel, but he will need it to deal with the probe and to deal with the pylon block. Yeah, both players are blocking so far, mirrored builds. This time, Krystianer, he won't have that crazy economic lead against MaNa like he did last game. There's a cancel. Station moves out. And MaNa will be the first to expand. Okay. Oh wait, my apologies. Jeez. I was looking at the resources and didn't realize that Krystianer has already started his own. So again, the bases are on the way. It's a little bit faster for Krystianer by like a second or two, but not the biggest of deals. So far, we're still mirroring each other. No crazy deviation yet. Oh, hello. MaNa sets up. Oh no, he gets caught out. Not again. He will lose one Stalker already. Ay. This early on, this is huge. MaNa tries to set up a proxy pylon, a proxy gateway, but he's getting caught out. We just see Krystianer, he pulls over the Stalker. And nice use of the healing pad. Okay. Does heal up. And with that MaNa, he can try to hold his own. Nah, the healing pad doesn't heal enough. Yeah, not enough here. Oh no, he gets 40. I'm loving the use of the force field. Does get his own away. Just barely. The force fields on each other. Chaotic fight here. Krystianer does take it in the end. Behind this though, there's our proxy pylon and the proxy gateway and the proxy warp in. Let's go. Warping in 2 adepts to head into the middle line to wreak havoc. And Krystianer, he did miss it. He's not aware. He doesn't know. He has his own pylon instead. Once again, trying to catch out that stalker. One more volley. Does take it down. And MaNa has nothing. MaNa, he has 0 units at home. Why? Because he warped in across the map. He warped in across the map instead. Krystianer pulls away. Natural's under fire. I would say that Krystianer could be focusing the pylon, so a little bit of miscontrol here from Krystianer. Yeah, a bit of miscontrol. He barely does not get the stalker, but the pylon does finish, actually. Oof. Stalker goes down, and this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand here. It's getting out of control. Sure, adepts are denying mining, but Krystianer is breaking through into the expansion. That's the difference here. And Krystianer takes on the pylon. Nice force field. We'll slow him down. Going for another pylon. Depowering all the gateways. They get depowered. There's 1 gateway left. MaNa can warp in 1 unit at a time. Sentries go down for Krystianer. Oh, he gets locked in. Okay. Gets locked in. But who's locked in with who? Oh, God. Who's locked in with who, Bappy? Aye. 2 against 1. And we are able to warp in. Adepts say race back home to defend. Some more warp-ins are on the way. Remember, MaNa, you can only warp in 1 unit at a time. Okay, just now repowering. That's still just an overwhelming Stalker army. And again, Krystianer, he should have enough to overwhelm. Takes down the Stalker. Boys are being pulled. That's controlled there by Krystianer. He kites back. He kites well. Oh, my God. Let's kite away. Picking up more workers. Krystianer's on 40 pros behind this. He has a booming economy. There's still no shield battery. Still on the way. Still on the way here. MaNa, he is slowly building up his forces. He's getting there. But so is Krystianer. Now we have a shield battery. Krystianer claims the 3rd base. Aye. I'd love to see a forge. I'd love to see a forge. I'd love to see +1. He's on 4 gateways. Barely gets away. Yo, we can make use of the healing pad, just saying. We can make use. Now moving in. Ooh. Link is up for both players. They do trade. Has shield by putting in a lot of work, but there's just a sea of stalkers here. Yeah, just a massive stalker advantage. Links back well. Again, boys being thrown away just to survive. But GG gets called. Krystianer, he breaks on through, and Krystianer, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to a qualifying match. GG. GG, well played, Krystianer. He will claim this series. Again, coming into this, I was leaning towards Krystianer in terms of just because of recent results against MaNa. As we were showing on Wikipedia, we were showing the most recent matches. But again, Krystianer does take another win here. And again, I stand by what I said earlier, how I actually favor MaNa's PvT and even his PvZ as well. Like MaNa, he's been looking like a beast in the other matchups. I think in general, I do favor him as a player, but specifically in PvP, specifically against each other, that's what Krystianer, he has the better of MaNa. And Krystianer, he will take the win here and advance on to the next round, to a qualifying match. And let's find out where we're headed next. Winding it back here was just a really chaotic game. It came down to unit control, came down to micro, just really good force fields out of Krystianer. Just really good force fields, catching 1-2 stalkers early on, and that snowballed into a win. Like that early on, like every unit matters that much more, every force field that matters that much more. And with that GG well played. Krystianer does take the 2-0, and it looks like we're getting ready for the upper match here, the upper semifinals. So Skilless takes down Mixu 2-0, SOS takes down Jumi 2-0, and we have Skilless versus SOS coming up next. Oh boy.